2 days, T-minus 2 days until the Red Sox kick off their 2024 season. How you feeling about them?
Not great.
Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Go ahead.
So look, here's my dilemma. I touched on this a little bit yesterday, and I actually wrote something about it. I say touched on it a little bit yesterday. My dilemma with this team this year is this, and we all know it. They're not a threat to win the World Series, at least not now. If something happens that's crazy in the middle of the year and Garrett Whitlock and Brian Bayo both vying for the Cy Young Award, then I'll change my opinion. But nobody's expecting it. They're over-under win totals in the high 70s. We all know what it is. But I have to watch the baseball season. I don't have a choice. As we like to say here, I have a show to do every night starting tomorrow night. Okay, the baseball hour starts tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So there have to be some stakes for the Red Sox. There have to be. There is for every team, every season, and in this market especially, there have to be stakes. There are consequences. So my question is, I have my theory as to what they are or should be, but I'm also open to what other people think those stakes are. But for me, I will tell you that I'm tired of them being on this effing treadmill where they suck every year. And the hope doesn't improve at all. It's been the same thing now for 3 effing years. So what I would like is for them to start moving towards being a competitive team again. And by competitive, I mean championship caliber.
Okay.
So they need to be better at the end of the year significantly than they are now. I don't want to be in the same spot next year is what I'm saying.
Okay, but this is what I guess the question is. What's your expectation for that? And I don't mean what do you think they're going to do. What I mean is what's a reasonable goal for them to achieve in your mind?
To be a playoff caliber team next spring. And between now and then, that means that guys have to get better. There's got to be development on the pitching staff. I need to see some progress from this vaunted minor league system that they have in the whole operation. I need to see them be a good team by the end of the year.
I'm shaking my head. Your expectation is that you feel better about them next year? What about this year? You just said we have shows to do.
Correct.
Okay, so no, I'm not jumping ahead to next year. F that.
No, but you're misunderstanding. My point is I need to see them get better this season as the year goes along.
Okay,
That's
yes.
my expectation.
Okay.
I can't sit here and tell you that I expect them to be in the playoff race in September because I don't.
I can. I don't mean to yell at you. I'm just saying.
Yell.
No, those September games should mean something.
Okay. We're basically in the same area.
Not necessarily. If they win 20 games in the first half but get better in the second, and I'm being a dick, but that sort of checks your box. Get better. No. Be in it. It's a joke for them. They still have a top half of the league payroll, and this isn't freaking Timbuktu. These are the Red Sox. You bang that building out. It's still a very important team to a lot of people. You have tremendous resources, and you've been building for a couple of years. Those September games, you should at least be giving your fans scoreboard watching. That's it.
I agree on that.
So that's it. That's my expectation, if not more. I know we butchered this a couple weeks ago. 6 teams make the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay? 6 out of 14?
6.
It's really not that hard anymore to be in this thing.
3 division winners, 3 wild cards.
So come on. Give me a break. Be in, and so what constitutes contention? I always say 3 games. If you're 3 games, be within 3 games of that final wild card. Be within 3 games of that final wild card, frankly, all season long. That's my expectation, which means you have a reason to watch that game that night. You've got a reason to check the score the next day. And this, it's like I start with that. And then I talk about the development of Bayo and the development of Cassius and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Of course, I'm into all of that. But don't have another throwaway season. That's my expectation. Yes, Joe.
I just wanted to see the bare minimum, meaning play better defense. Right? Wasn't that one of the things?
God, is that a low bar?
So it is a low bar, right?
We're going to show up. The Red Sox are playing better defense, everybody. Your thoughts, 61777. Woo-wee! That's what we're doing?
Yes, because that's
Jesus.
what they sold us,
Could that
Mike.
be more boring?
They sold us that, though.
Wow.
They said, wow, if we could have been better last year
Come get your
defensively, they would have won more games. That's a fact, right, Mazz? Didn't they say that? If they played better defense, they would have won more games last
yeah.
year?
Who
That's a
cares?
fact. I want that, and I want Cassis,
Win
and
some
I want
games.
Trevor's story to hit. That's what I want.
Yes, give us some players worth watching. Would be like my secondary. My first thing is win enough games to be in it. Because I'm just talking selfishly, personally. That's what keeps me in. I want to know the team's competitive for a playoff berth, that I eventually get a playoff game or a playoff series. So the games matter, and I watch. And I don't care if Harold Fenefesi's out there. Never mind Brian Bayo and Tristan Cassius and all those guys. Put out Harry Schmedlap, and I'll watch it if you're in the playoff race. Okay, now, give me some individual players to start, drawing my attention and my hope going forward. That's what I would want. I don't care if you kick it around all season long if you're still in it. What was I just going to say on top of that all? But either way, improved defense. I'm going to need a little bit more than improved defense, Joe and Mazz. Sorry.
They sold you that. I'm not selling you that. They sold us all this last year. Hey, if we were better defensively, we'd be in a playoff race. So I'm asking for the bare minimum, Mike. This team can't even do that. They can't do the bare minimum.
Joe, what's their over-under on the season?
I think it's 78.5.
Okay. Again, now I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Or if you're betting that, are you betting over or under?
I'm going to go under.
Me too.
I did go under.
See, this is the problem. Is that, Mike, tell me who they can rely on in the rotation. Who?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Pavetta.
Okay. No, right.
I
No,
mean,
wrong. Wrong. I
Well,
don't know.
30 starts made 30 starts last year, Tony.
Yeah. No, he didn't. He pitched out of the bullpen. So
Or
this
made
is
30 appearances.
so I can't in good conscience. I
Sorry,
agree.
Stu.
I generally agree with everything that you said. I would love for them to be in that spot in September. And if that happens, then I think the thing that I want has also happened, which is they're going to be in a position to go into next year with a real team. Because right now I don't feel like it's a real team. I don't. And I don't know how to deal with that. It's hard to take them seriously. And so the stuff that Joe's talking about relates to the stuff that you're talking about. I don't think you're as far apart, or we're as far apart as you think we are. They can't play defense. They can't pitch. They run the bases like their effing hair's on fire. Okay, so you look at them and say they're inept. They're not a $200 million baseball team. It's a joke. The quality of the product has been a joke. So please show me that you're a professional operation again. You'll win your share of games if you do that. And I would like to see Casas become a cornerstone. I would like to see Devers get back to an MVP caliber player, because I'm not paying him $30 million to DH. He's got to play third base. Can they please live up to some of their potential? Some of it. Can Whitlock stay healthy? Can Houck stay healthy? If those guys stay healthy and stay on the mound, can Bayo wake up on time, get to the ballpark, and win a day game?
No.
Can he get lefties out?
No.
See,
Can you do the bare minimum to win 85 games? Can
They
you
think
do
they
that?
can win 90.
I'm on your team on this one. Just do. It doesn't excite you, Mike? They don't do the bare. Again, they can't run the bases. They can't defend. They can't hit in tough situations. And you didn't even bring up the bullpen, which, by the way, this is their problem. What I think is they're going to get out of the gate strong, and then they're going to fade because their bullpen is so bad. And then Alex Cora, the whole thing about Cora's future and everything, and they're going to tank towards the end of the year.
Again, I am worried about the talk show.
Me too.
So it's from the talk show standpoint, defense and bullpen.
Not going to do it.
Sorry.
No, it's got to be more than that.
Unless your defense is so wretched
It was.
that we can rip it and laugh
Two
at
bits.
it. Okay, right. But good defense, I'm sorry,
Boring.
doesn't move the needle. It's just good defense.
They think they can win 90 games, by the way.
You should play good defense. You're a professional baseball player. Catch the ball.
But they haven't.
Okay.
And that's all. I know. He's laughing at me. I think he yelled at me. But all I'm saying is bare minimum. Just
All right.
the bare, and I'll watch.
I'm asking for more, and that is give me a team that's in it, so every game matters for the standings and a playoff berth, because 6 seeds, the final wild card, go on runs every year in this sport. So the last one just made a World Series last year. I think the last 2 years, the 6 seed has made the World Series.
Phillies and Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay, so a 6 seed can go to the World Series. So just be in the hunt for the 6 seed.
Sure.
And 2, let me see someone start to emerge. like really emerge. Bayo, I'm glad he's starting opening day. I think whether Giolito or whoever was healthy or not, he should have been the opening day starter either way because he's the only guy on your staff that you have a chance to say, well, that's a guy that I want to watch every 5 days. A chance. It's not a prediction. It's just saying he's got the stuff and the potential for say, oh, okay, an appointment viewing situation. Sox don't have a lot of that, if any of that. But if Cassius looks like he can hit 40 home runs, like, okay, maybe. You're smirking.
No, because opening day is usually a day game, which means Bayo's going to get his face ripped off.
It's not 10 o'clock.
Well,
Seattle.
I know in Seattle it is, but I was talking about the home opener.
Anyway, so like that's some players to sink your teeth into.
Yep.
And a winning season. It's really not a if they're going to talk up their young players like they're talking them up, some of these guys should emerge into appointment viewing.
Some of them actually have to be able to play.
Yes. And they should win at a high enough level that most every game matters. Those are my two expectations.